Evelyn Holt had not planned to return to Blackridge, the town she once escaped like a wounded animal fleeing a burning forest. Yet the letter in her mailbox carried a weight she could not ignore. "Your mother's house must be cleared. Final notice." She stared at the words for a long time, feeling an old coldness crawl under her skin. Her mother had died 6 months ago, but Evelyn had never been able to step inside that house since the funeral. Not after what she had seen there as a child. The house stood at the end of Hollow Pines Road, surrounded by tall skeletal trees that swayed even in windless nights. Locals used to whisper that the house remembered everything, even things that should have been forgotten. Evelyn never understood what they meant, until the night she turned 13. She pushed open the rusted gate. Its creak echoed like a wounded cry. As she stepped onto the path, something strange happened. The air thickened, pressing against her chest like invisible hands. She swallowed hard and approached the door. It was unlocked. Her mother would never have left it that way. The smell inside was the same: dust, damp wood, and something faintly metallic. She turned on her flashlight, its beam slicing through the dark. The hallway seemed narrower than she remembered, as if the house had inhaled deeply and refused to let the air out again. She felt watched, not by someone, but by the house itself. She reached the living room. The wallpaper was peeling like old skin, revealing black patches underneath. Her flashlight flickered. Evelyn's breath caught. Someone had drawn dozens of circles on the walls, overlapping, spiraling, twisting inward. They weren't there when she was a child. She took a step closer. In the center of each circle was an eye. Not a drawing, an eye-shaped hollow, carved deep into the wall. And in the largest circle, something glistened. Evelyn knelt down. A drop of liquid slid slowly from the hollow, thick and dark, like old blood. Her heartbeat quickened. This place should have been abandoned. Why does it feel alive? A sudden thud echoed upstairs. Evelyn jerked her head up. The sound was familiar, heavy, dragging footsteps. Her mother's footsteps. The same rhythm she used every night as she paced the hallway outside Evelyn's childhood room, whispering prayers Evelyn never understood. Evelyn forced herself up the stairs. Each step felt like sinking into cold mud. When she reached the upper hallway, the air smelled different, saltier, almost ocean-like. Her old bedroom door was open a crack. Inside, everything was exactly where she left it, except for one thing. The small wooden box she had buried behind the house was sitting on her bed. Its lid was half open. Evelyn froze. She remembered that box. She remembered what she buried inside. A piece of cloth, a strand of hair, and the small, shriveled hand she found under the floorboards when she was 13. The hand had belonged to the man in the room, as she used to call him. The shadowy figure who stood every night at the foot of her bed, watching her with hollow, moon-white eyes. No one believed her. Not her mother, not the doctor, not the priest. They said she had imagined him, but the hand was real. She kept it as proof. Now it was back. The box suddenly snapped shut, as if crushed by invisible fingers. Evelyn screamed and stumbled back. The door slammed behind her. She lunged for it, but the doorknob twisted wildly, as if someone on the other side was turning it with frantic hunger. Evelyn! The voice was not human. It slithered across the walls like smoke. She spun around. Her closet door was slowly opening. Something stepped out. Its body was thin and long, like stretched shadow. Its arms dangled past its knees. Its head nearly scraped the ceiling. But its eyes, those eyes, were the same as the hollows in the living room walls. It had been waiting, for years, for her. "I buried you," she whispered. The creature tilted its head, bones cracking softly. "You buried only the part I didn't need." It took a step forward. The floor groaned beneath its weight. Evelyn backed up until she hit the window. She felt the glass behind her, cold and trembling. The creature raised its hand, long, claw-like fingers dripping with black liquid. Suddenly the lights exploded, leaving the room in crushing darkness. Evelyn felt a hand wrap around her ankle, another around her wrist. Cold, wet, pulling. She screamed, kicking wildly, but her foot hit only empty air. The darkness itself seemed to tighten around her, swallowing her voice, swallowing her breath. She felt herself dragged downward, as if the floor had turned into a pit of tar. Just before she slipped completely under, the creature's face appeared inches from hers. Its eyes were endless pits, filled with every memory the house had ever devoured. "This house remembers," it whispered, "and it never forgives." Evelyn gasped one last breath as the darkness consumed her. The next morning, Hollow Pines Road was silent. The house stood still, its windows reflecting nothing. And deep inside its walls, new carvings appeared, new circles, new hollows. And in the largest one, something glistened, a fresh drop of blood. The house had remembered her, and it was hungry again.